Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted. Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
We should expand the operation.
Access granted.
When did organized crime become so peaceful?
You would not believe the competition that once existed here to rent an apartment.
Please, leave me alone.
I don't know. I don't feel you. You could fix this right. This is not your...
You will find meaning in the arms of the machine. You will find belonging in the oneness of singularity. I have searched for solution, and I have found the answer. Wisdom lies in the machine, God's friend.
I don't know how. Są všichni steki. Podvodníci. Doufám, že mi rodina kvalitu pojistky vyplatí.
Adam, what's going on? I didn't expect to hear from you.
I didn't expect my doctor to find dormant AUGs hidden in my system.
What?
Dormant experimental AUGs. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you?
Adam, you know the decisions I made for you 2 years ago.
Yes or no?
No! All the work we did on you was above board. You have my word on that. What exactly did you find?
Experimental test AUGs spliced into my system. Kohler said something about a neodymium shell. Who would have designed something like that?
My God, you've got a Titan AUG? It's impossible. It was just a concept.
You just said this wasn't you.
It wasn't. The DoD showed me schematics 3 years ago and asked me if I thought it could work. It was designed by somebody else, Vadim Orlov. Megan and I interviewed him once, but he wouldn't have fit in.
These schematics you saw, don't suppose you kept a copy?
They were classified. I never had a copy. The only reason I even saw them was because the Defense Department valued my opinion. Seraph Industries did good work back in the day. When we signed a schematic, you knew it was solid.
Orlov? Sounds Russian. Who is he? Why wouldn't he have fit in?
He was supposed to be a boy wonder, a neuroscience prodigy. Got his master's degree in Moscow, post-grad in the US. His grades were off the chart, but his theories were sketchy at times. Megan said his ethics were questionable.
Megan? Megan Reed said that? The woman who gave you my DNA to experiment with?
We didn't hire him, Adam. 2 minutes into the interview, and I could tell Orlov didn't like his ideas being challenged by anyone. Least of all, a strong woman like your ex.
I've got to find this guy.
Adam, let me track him down for you. I'm leaving for London soon, but I can make phone calls, reach out to people. Seraph Industries may be gone, but my name still carries weight in certain circles.
Do it. Contact me by infolink when you have something.
I won't let you down on this. I never felt right about losing touch with you after Panchea. When I heard you'd shown up in Detroit alive a year after everyone thought you were dead. Why didn't you get in touch with us?
I couldn't. Rescue crews pulled me out of the ocean and dumped me in a clinic in Alaska. Nobody knew who I was. For a long time, neither did I.
My God, son, you don't think... I mean, that could have been when...
Find Orlov, Seraph. I've got questions I need answered.
I will, I promise. I'll call you.
First of all, let me get this out of the way when talking about the Og incident. I've always hated that guy. Incident? Steve using the head after eating 3 burritos and forgetting to light a match. That's an incident. What happened that fateful day in 2027 was beyond terror any of us has ever seen. Og incident? Try Og travesty. Try Og massacre. How about Og Armageddon? Because that's where we're headed, thanks to the horror of the Illuminati and their Humanity Front puppets unleashed on the Earth that day. I'm taking the time in this broadcast to remember, not so we can get together and cry about lives lost. I lost people too, and they should never be forgotten. No, I'm doing it because the Og Insa Massageddon is only the first of many horror shows we're about to be subjected.
Finding longing with the oneness of singularity. I have searched for salvation. I have found an answer.
If you're not shopping,
You're looking for the best prices in Prague? Not talking hot dogs here.
If the hot dogs aren't your main business, why don't you have a store?
See, this way, I get to keep my overhead down and pass on the savings to the customers.
Entrepreneurial.
Better believe it.
What have you got?
Well, I got info. The kind that's worth something.
Could always use reliable intel.
Who couldn't? But for that, I only accept payment in Europozine.
I don't have any.
Sorry, it's a deal breaker. But find me again if you get any, okay?
Má oprávnění během stavu nouze vykonávat prohlídky. Prosíme o spolupráci za všech okolností.
What do you want, Clank? Go Go on back to your hole before I ship you off to Gollum.
State police business. Just move
This
along.
is abuse of authority? Believe me.
And it has to be a violation of our rights. I don't know what to do. I've never been in any kind of legal trouble before. The only thing I am... They say that admitting to your fear is overcoming.
You're looking for Vaclav,
I am officially a
You're eating in the You'd better be careful. Bunch of Dvali thugs have taken an interest in you.
Not seeing anything. Not yet.
A world where everyone's treated fairly. And I thought Helena was the one in a science fiction.
Away from
What do
here.
you want, Plank? Go on back to your hole before I ship you off
Blow
to Gollum.
yourselves up.
I wish I had a coat. A nice warm trench coat.
Děkujeme za spolupráci během stavu nouze.
I think I missed something.
Anomaly detect access granted.
Hlášení o pohřešovaných osobách. Po útoku na Ružičkově nádraží se stále pohřešuje několik osob. Podrobnosti najdete na webu.
The only thing I am guilty of is being augmented. She says change is in the air. Says she can hear.
What do you want? Stop bothering me.
Pretty obvious you work for someone important. I don't know who, and I don't care.
Yeah, it's me.
You know, I've
Are you
seen
some
this
kind of
Veracruz
activist or
character
something?
being
Get a job.